Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another beautiful day in the world of Feed the Beast Beyond. So I was just checking up on the animal farms over there, seeing if we have any stragglers and making sure my chickens are doing well. They are. They are. So, we did a little work down here. Little bit of work off camera. A lot of expanding. Boom, look at this. So many assemblers. So we're up to 32 molecular assemblers, and we have a total of 15 processors. So I'm going to decorate this whole underground area to make it look much nicer. But we're basically going to we're going to cover these mid areas with blocks and have just kind of walls. We're going to put a bunch of drives up on this wall right here. I've moved them there for now. Covered up a bunch of the cable. But yeah, things are going well here. I have to say, a lot of expanding. Relatively easy. You guys know this system. It's the system I've done before. Just a lot of anchors. And like I said, I use anchors so that these smart cables don't try to connect to any of the other stuff on the side and add channels that don't need to be there. Because channels are very important, very valuable, and you need them for a lot. But today, like I mentioned last time, we are going to be doing nether star crafting. But I have found a much more interesting way to do it, I think. It's going to be a lot better than just, a relatively simple setup with just a chest and ender conduits. I mean, it would have been easy, and taking advantage of the explosion prevention that we have here, but I want to use it without the explosion prevention, and I figured out a way. I did some testing in the creative world to get it all set up, and today we're going to be using open computers. So if you see in my inventory here, I have 2 stacks of diamond chips. Now, diamond chips are easy. They're just one diamond and regular crafting scoring. It gives you 6 diamond chips. However, I tried multiple different ways using, as you see, I have crafter here, using all these different types of crafters, trying to find a way to make it so that I can just craft those, but I couldn't do it. So unfortunately, I had to go into a creative world and spawn myself some. So I'm just going to go ahead and throw away 21 diamonds right here real quick. I wanted to have the recipes done and everything before I kind of started, but I wanted to make a point of this. I had to go into creative mode to get them, but we're still paying for them. So at 6 diamonds, this gets us 126. So we're getting 2 free shards here, but that's for the inconvenience, right? So 21 diamonds in the trash, paid for our shards, and now we can continue with the auto crafting process. So I have to put a bunch of recipes in here still. So I will catch up with you guys when they are all finished. Welcome back, everyone, and so I've gotten all of the recipes done. So we're going to be making a robot, and we're going to be making a relatively simple robot. It's not going to be anything too crazy. Of course, we are going to be using it with top quality parts because we're at that level now. Well, why wouldn't we? So the first step here is we need this electronics assembler, and it requires all kinds of stuff, right? I just used regular pistons, some iron, crafting tables, microchips, which takes gold nuggets, redstone, and a transistor. And a transistor takes iron, gold nuggets, redstone, and paper. Okay. And then it also needs one of these printed circuit boards, which you smelt a raw circuit board. And to make a raw circuit board, it's clay, gold dye or cactus green, and gold ingot. All right, so we're going to go ahead and make one of these. This is what's going to create our robot. Okay, so now we need a computer case, and we're going to go with the tier 3 computer case because we can. And the hardest part about this actually was the iron fences. So we did the Tech Reborn recipe, which needs iron plates. And to make those iron plates, we had to do a little bit of industrial craft, or IC2, and we made, oh yeah, that's right. I broke the metal former, and so it turned into a basic machine. But we just got a regular generator, simple, regular, and then we made this metal former here, which turned our ingots into those plates, And that's what we used to make the iron fence. But yeah, that was, I mean, the biggest pain because I had to go a little bit into IC2. But it's okay. Microchips tier 3s, which are the same transistors, but these required diamond chips, which is why we needed the diamond chips. Then another printed circuit board, which is easy enough, and a chest. So let's just actually do this. So we're going to go ahead and make one of those. All right, and we're going to be using an accelerated processing unit. You can use just a regular crafting or a regular processing unit CPU, which is right here, which is easier to craft. This is required for the accelerated processing unit, and we don't really need the accelerated processing unit because basically it just has a graphics card in it. Yeah, it has an integrated GPU. So it's not necessarily necessary, but I'm making one because I can. So we'll go ahead and take one of those. We're going to grab an angel block upgrade. Also, something that I don't think is absolutely necessary because it's placing up against the wall, but it's easy enough. It takes microchip tier 1s, which are iron nuggets, redstone, and transistors, a sticky piston, some ender pearls, but nothing too crazy. So we're going to go ahead and make one of them. And we're going to need... don't need a card base. We need a disk drive. That's how we are going to install our operating system. So it's easy enough. The microchip tier 1, printed circuit board, a piston. I just used regular piston stick and some iron. So go ahead and grab one of these. We need the Lua BIOS EPROM, which to make a regular EPROM, it's a transistor, microchip tier 1, some paper, gold nuggets, and redstone torch. And then you have to take that and combine it with the Open Computers manual to get the Lua BIOS EPROM. And to get the Open Computers manual, it's just a book and a microchip tier 1. So let's go ahead and get the Lua BIOS. And now we're going to need a hard disk drive. So this is our hard drive. And to make that, it's disk platters, which are 4 nuggets, just like that. We need some tier 3 microchips, which easy enough. And another printed circuit board, a piston, and a couple diamonds. So we'll go ahead and craft ourselves one of those. And we need our inventory upgrade to give our robot an accessible inventory. And that's easy. It's just wood, hopper, dropper, piston, chest, and 1 tier 1 microchip. So we'll go ahead and grab one of those. And we need a keyboard, of course. The keyboard is easy enough. It's literally just buttons in certain patterns. So 6 buttons for that one, 4 buttons for that one, and then 9 buttons for that one. Let's go ahead and did I make one already? No, I didn't. Okay. Weird. Oh, yep, there it is. All right. Next, we're going to use a memory card tier 5. And you can have multiple of these in the computer, but I think I'm only going to make one. Because like I said, it's only going to be performing one task over and over again. It's not going to be doing anything else. So this requires 3 tier 3 microchips, printed circuit board, and 2 tier 2 microchips. So go ahead and just craft ourselves one of those. And then we need our OpenOS operating system. And that's basically going to install the operating system onto the computer. And for that, it's another Open Computers manual with just a regular floppy disk, which is a lever, disk platter, some paper, and some iron nuggets. So let's go ahead and make ourselves one of those. And lastly, we need this screen. A robot can only have a tier 1 screen. So just that's what it is. Nothing you can do about it. It's just 1 piece of glass, any kind of glass, 4 iron, 3 redstone, and a microchip tier. Or a microchip tier 1. So let's go ahead and grab ourselves one of those. And then we are good. So now we take this electronics assembler. And it doesn't, I don't think it might need power, but I don't think it does. So you can just shift click. I just shift clicked the computer case into there, and you can just shift click everything, and it will put it all where it needs to go. We don't have any discs here or any cards here because we don't need any. So those would be like data card, which I mean we don't need. It's got a debug card, which we don't need. Graphics card, which we don't. We have the processing or the APU, so we don't need that. We don't need an internet card. We don't need to link it with anything. We don't need to connect it to any network. We don't need a redstone card. Don't need wireless network card. So we're going to leave the card slots blank. You can put those in anytime, I'm pretty sure. Or you need an upgrade to be able to put those in anytime. But we don't need any cards, as far as I understand. So that's what it's going to be, 13 out of 32 complexity. Easy enough. So let's go ahead and assemble that. Is it going to need power? I think it is. Oh no. Do you have power? No. You haven't any power. Let me see how I can get some power over here. You know what? Yeah, yep. I'm just going to go ahead and grab. I didn't think it needed power because it didn't need power when I tested it in the creative world, but, you know, then again, I was in a creative world. So, there's that. Let me go ahead and grab this real quick because we don't need to transport that solar power. It's not enough power for it to matter, right? We're just going to fill up this energy cell real quick. And we can actually just plop it right here, right? And then make sure the bottom is in. Bottom is in. Alright, so we're just going to grab some power real quick. We'll just make everything in. Forget it. Why? Why is everything out? Oh. Green or blue is in, that's right. My bad. So we'll just go ahead and get some power in this thing. I don't know how much power we're going to need. I don't know, but I don't think we're going to need all 20 million of it. So let's just go ahead and wait for a little bit longer. A little bit longer. A little bit. Alright, we're good. I don't feel like waiting anymore. So we'll go up and run over here to this guy and give the right and out. Okay, so now it is making. So this is going to take about 3 minutes to create the robot. A couple other things that we're going to need. We're going to need an interface, right? We are going to need a import bus. Ooh, bus. And we already have our absorption hopper, which is going to get our item in our chest. So those should be good to go. And one thing that I did want to mention, look at this charger. So the other day when I was trying to automatically craft charged Certus quartz, I had this thing hooked up and I was trying to figure out how to do it. And what I ended up doing to get this, because this works perfectly. This is how you get it to work, apparently. I accidentally right-clicked on it with my wrench and it like fixed itself and started working. So I haven't messed with it yet. So if you guys are wondering how to automate a charger from Applied Energistics 2, just put it on its side like that and you can automate it. So, fun fact. Let's go ahead and grab our bus and our interface real quick. Alright, and we're going to go ahead and make that a flat boy. So, another 2 minutes. So we've got little thing dug out over here. You're probably going to see it. Well, yeah, you will see it. So it's dug out all the way down to the bottom with the wither. And it is going to end up popping out right here. And what we're going to do is we're going to take these cables and they're going to come up to right up here. And then we're going to have an ME interface. No. An ME interface. There we go. And it's going to go there. And the robot is going to sit right here. Okay? Right here. And then what we're also going to need is this is going to have to come down as well. A little bit further. Oh, no, that one was good. Here should be fine. 1, 2, 3, and we'll put the chest here. Or no, we'll put absorption hopper here, and chest here. And then the absorption hopper, it's going to be, which direction is this? This is west. So west will be items. Item. Okay. So it's going to collect those items, and now we need to get a import bus. Import bus. Plop it on there and connect all that up. Okay. Like that. And plug that up. And we'll go ahead and plug this up as well. And these. Alright, so good. That one's got its channel. That one's got its channel. Alright, cool. And these all of these are connected actually to right here. So I have, these are the inscribers, this line right here. And I don't think I'm going to be adding anything to that. So I'm okay with just I'm going to put all the spawners on there at some point, and that's all connected to that P2P bus. Oh, and then another thing too that I did was this right here. Another good thing for connecting P2P buses is if you want, like if you have a bunch of different branches going out, but you only want them to go to one channel. So, I mean, I could probably just do like one long dense cable, I guess, but dense cable is expensive. So what we did was we did 3 P2P tunnels here, and all of them are going to this P2P tunnel right here. So we have a total of 15 channels on this P2P tunnel. That's the way that worked. Connected all of them over. I mean, I guess the P2P tunnels actually were kind of unnecessary, right? Because I could just like do this with a dense cable and do the same thing. Oh well, P2P tunnels, live with them. Let me see here. Oh yeah, we need a robot. All right, so our robot. No, it's out of energy. Okay, so we're actually. I'm gonna go ahead and hook some energy up to this guy, and I will see you guys when the robot is finished. See you in just a second. Welcome back, everyone. So our robot is just about finished up. We are just about ready to get this party started. So it's going to give us a random named robot, Tachikoma. We can change that if we want to, but you know, it doesn't matter for right now. So the first thing we have to do with this robot, actually. Yeah, let's just go and take him to where we're going to be placing him. So, but the first thing we're going to have to do with this guy is install the operating system. Okay, so we'll go ahead and we'll just put him right here. Cool. All right, and now we put this disk in. This is our operating system. Now we're going to go ahead and turn it on. All right, giving us the booting screen here. And I know, for a lot of people, computer craft and open computers is going to be terribly boring. And trust me, I am not going to ever bore you with going over code and things like that. I will give you the code that I make, and I'll give you guys the link for that. The link for the code to this program, by the way, will be in the description. So, I'm not going to ever bore you guys with code unless it's like on the spot debugging, and if it's too complicated, I won't, it's not fun to watch, I know. So I'm not going to put you guys to that. So the first thing we're going to do, however, is install, and we're going to install OpenOS. So we're going to go ahead and hit 1 here, and then capital Y there, and it's going to go ahead and install OpenOS, and then we're going to reboot our computer, but then we won't need the disk anymore. We can keep this disk to install the operating system on any kind of computer that we do make in the future. So that's always good. And there was another operating system that I did see in here. I think it's this one. Yeah, Plan 9K, but I don't know what that is. The only one I really know is OpenOS, and since I'm relatively new. Not new necessarily because I've done it before, but it's been a while. So, you know, things aren't quite where they're at. So, real quick, what we need to do is turn him to the right. So, to do that, it's just going to be robot.turn right with the capital R there, and then open and close parentheses. See, he was facing towards the interface, and now he's facing in this way, which is what we need him to do. So I have code written, and then to get into this, you hit Lua, you type Lua in home, and to get out of it, you hit Control D, gets you back into home. So to create a new program, you go ahead and hit edit, and then whatever you want the program to be. I'm going to name this netherstar.lua. Okay. And then I already have a program, and I copied all the text from it already. So all you have to do if you do that, I use Notepad++ to write the programs in and then copy them into the computer just because it's easier to work with. You can't like point and click your cursor in the screen on the open computer. So I just use a different program, and then I copy it over. Notepad++ seems to be the best for that. But when you do that, you just copy it from your other program and then go into the screen here. And all you have to do is hit insert. And it's going to pour out all the code that, that I've written for this program. And it's probably, this code is sloppy, and it's probably not the most, what's the word I'm looking for? Efficient of the code. But, it works. It does the job that we need to. The only thing that I haven't thought of so far yet is how to charge the robot when it gets lower, which is something that you do need to keep charging it. And there's a charging station that I'll probably end up making and putting it in here, but I'll deal with that in a bit. Everything's good here. The program works as far as I understand, so we're just going to go ahead and hit Control S to save it, and then Control W to leave. So now what this program does is basically it waits until there is 4 soul sand and 3 wither skeleton. Not soul sand and wither skeleton specifically, but 4 of one item and 3 of another item. That's the only way it works in that combination. It won't work if there's 4 of one and 4 of the other, 5 of one and 3 of the other, 4 of one and none of the other. 4 and 3 is the number. And we have this interface here, which we forgot to make the pattern for it. We have that interface there to provide items to our robot so that it doesn't, the only things it's ever going to get are soul sand and wither skeleton heads, right? So we need a pattern, processing pattern. I'm going to go ahead and get soul sand, 4 soul sand, and wither skeleton heads. I don't have another star. Okay, that's fine. So I'll just take the soul sand with me, and we'll go ahead and do a demonstration of the program while we're down there. But yeah, so it basically waits for 4 items, 4 of one item and 3 of the other item. I have it coded to where it won't necessarily matter if it's 4 in slot 1 or 3 in slot the other, or it won't matter which slot. It works off of slot 1 and 2 because those are the ones that it's going to have when the import bus does its thing. But as long as they're in either one of those 2 slots and there's the correct number of each, it will it'll run. And the program is always running, period. It doesn't stop. It keeps going. So I'll show you right here, netherstar.lua. Okay, it's running right now. Right now the program is going, and it's currently checking and sleeping for these items. So we'll put 4 of our soul sand in there. Once again, nothing. It's not going to do anything. It's just going to sit there, and it's just going to wait. Right? So let me make sure everything is good here. This is powered. All right, so now we'll go ahead and put our 3 wither skeleton skulls in there, and see it's going to jump in. It's going to move and place all of our blocks here, the skulls, and then it is going to come out and move up, and it's going to sit there, and it's done. And now it's going to be waiting once again until, until everything's said and done. And now what we should have is a nether star in the inventory up here. So let's go ahead and see if that worked. It's either in here or it's... Nope, there it is. All right, so now we can finish up our recipe. All right, and go ahead and do that. 4 soul sand, 3 wither skeleton heads, and that makes us 1 nether star. So I'll go ahead and do a couple test crafts. And another thing about this is you can only do 1 at a time. You can't ask it to craft more than 1 at a time. You know, the knowledge of my coding, my memory isn't refreshed enough to remember how to do intervals like that. So it only crafts 1 nether star at a time. But that's fine. You know, when do you ever really have to make 64 nether stars, right? So the system works and the thing about this system is you can probably do the same exact thing, especially in this mod pack or in any mod pack that has, you know, explosion prevention of any kind. You can do this without the robot, without any of this stuff that I've done. All you actually need to do is put some item placers, right? Automatic item placers. And you have them hooked up to like a chest. The thing that I found when doing it with import and export buses is the import and export buses kept messing up and putting this stuff in the wrong place. So what you'll probably want to do is do like Ender IO conduits on each of the item or block placers and have them blacklist what they don't like. If for these ones down here, they'll be soul sand, so have them blacklist with their skeleton skulls, and then up there have these blacklist soul sand, and then just hook those up to a chest, and then do basically the same thing. Have an interface up against the chest that you know, requires, that has the pattern for soul sand, and then you have on the other side of the chest the Ender IO conduit pulling out, have it automatically extracting from the chest and pulling out to each one. It might have to go a little bit deeper than that just to make sure that each one like gets 1 or something, but that'd be like a relatively simple or a similar way to do it, but you wouldn't be able to do it on anything that doesn't have explosion prevention. That's the problem. All the testing that I did in the creative world was without block prevention. I even, you know, blew up some block placers, and some of the stuff blew up in the testing process. That's why I have the ME conduit placed where it's placed, because I had a couple different placements where the little hole in the box that the wither's in blew up some of the cables. So you have to be kind of, you know, kind of accurate with it if you don't have explosion prevention, because that's what the farm was meant to do, for people that don't have explosion prevention. So let's go ahead and try it. We'll go ahead and see if it spawns. Let's see if we can see where this happens. I wonder if we'll be able to actually see it, or if we're too high up. It should be like right here, right over there somewhere. I don't know. I think we're probably going to be too high up in the air. Let's go ahead and see if we got our nether star. We did not. Interesting. Huh. Alright, let me go find out what is up with the thing here. Very interesting. It worked perfectly fine when I tested it. Okay, so the program is still running. But it doesn't seem to be getting its items here. 4 soul sand, 3 wither skeleton skulls. What's happened? The interface is working. It has... Can it only come from the back? No. I'm pretty sure it came from the side on my test world as well. I'm pretty sure. Let me see. Over here. One of these is going to have another star in it. Yep, there you are. Yeah, it's not All right, let's try something out here. Maybe it is just the back. I don't 100% remember my creative world here. So let me double check. See if it has to come from the back. And we will do that and that. And actually we'll just do this and then have it go up to here. And then over to here. And we will interface there. And put our pattern in here. And now we will see if it works. We know the program works. We got our nether star. But for some reason this crafting isn't working. And I wonder, it might actually just be that it needs to hit it from the back. Alright, so let's go ahead and see if that works this time. I'm not sure. Yes, it did. We have a wither. Alright, so it looks like it does have to input from the back. A slight miscalculation, but that is perfectly fine. Now, it's going to blow up. Let's wait till we get our nether star here. Alright, we have our nether star. The wither is dead. Perfect. Now let's just go make sure. Actually, I'm pretty sure with us getting our nether star, we know it didn't break up any blocks. And there's also, you know, block explosion prevention here. But I'm pretty sure it won't break any blocks like that. It's too high up. The hole is in the right position. You know what? Just for the sheer sake of testing purposes, we'll go ahead and unclaim this block and make sure that it works perfectly. Let's try one more time, make sure nothing blows up. Because that's the point. No explosions. Alright, one more time. Let's go ahead and see this wither spawn. Alright, so we got the wither. And it should slowly be dead. And there it goes. And our nether star. No nether star. So that... Alright, so let's go find out what happened. What blew up. Because it seems like something blew up. Welcome back, everyone. So I do apologize. I have a terrible habit of fat fingering my recording buttons. So that's a thing. Anyway, the nether star, it did seem to work, but I'll go ahead and give it one more test here just to prove myself. We did not change anything. The block that is breaking, it's still going to break that block, but it's not going to break the cable. So we're going to get our nether star back here, which is good. And what I'm thinking about doing is actually building that room, like part of the room, maybe the walls and stuff, out of this lansdowite block. Yeah, I'm thinking about making it out of that. Because only players can break it. Where's my nether star? Okay, it broke again apparently. Why? What happened? Why did it break? Where did it break this time? I thought I had it covered. It broke there. Why did you break there, my friend? It broke there and there. How did it break in both of those places? Oh, my lords. Yeah, I think I'm going to have to make that lansdowite something. I forget what I mean. It's hard to pronounce. I don't forget what it's called. I just looked at it. Relatively hard to pronounce, though. Lansdowite. I'll just call it Lanzor. We'll just make some Lanzor blocks. Nether star. It should be back. Let's see. Because it worked. I swear to you it worked. I'm no liar. Wither, where are you? There you are. Blow up and die. I mean, no offense to you or anything, but go away. Thank you. All right, so we got our nether star, but the thing is, so what probably happened was the last time I did it, it broke the, because once we go down there, we'll see that the cobblestone above it is broken. interesting that this is open. I don't think I ever covered it. But we'll see that this block is broken. I probably didn't replace it. But we'll definitely have to replace that with lens ore blocks. And, you know, tidy up that room just a touch. But that's it. That's Nether Star Crafting. I do want to thank you all so much for joining me today. It has been a blast. Let me know what you guys want to see next. If you have any ideas, what I'm thinking maybe is incorporating, like setting this up into the ME system and, you know, expanding on our production over here and maybe getting into, you know, I don't know. Give me suggestions, guys. Let me know what you want to see. If you did like what you saw, make sure to hit that subscribe button. I would very much appreciate it. And until I see you guys again, have a good one.